passa? Não sei o que é que se passa. Não sei o que é que se passa. Eu sei, mas não é só tu. É toda a gente. Não sei o que é que se passa. Eu sei. Deixa lá.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game.
And the finish! In he goes again!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ronaldinho! Decent hit and on target. And he's intervened well there. Played with speed from back to front. Aimed beyond the defence. Zico. And the counter is on. Lam. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nesta. Portugal replying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to...
Oh no, this does not look good. And he's managed to get free. A header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Rijkaard tries to pass it through. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Messi. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Portugal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Portugal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
He gets big! He scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Portugal have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Great vision. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's quick to get it clear again. Ronaldinho. 15 minutes till half-time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Lovely shoots! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A case now of complete control.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Zico concedes a free kick for that. And it's Eto. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Zico. He's looking wide. Played back in. Decent chance! And that's off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Oh, good spread. He is through here. Cross in. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. And here's Cruyff. No way through, so back it comes. Eintracht Frankfurt are looking to go forward now. Pelé. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? Ronaldinho. And this is Pelé. Seedorf. Rummenigge. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nesta deals with that comfortably. Rummenigge. Now, can they get him away? And we hit half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Portugal absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Portugal 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And we are back on the way. Nedved.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have...
Chance for a shot!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Pelé. Looking to play him in. Oh, super find. He's having a shot! It's there! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? It's a searching pass, floated through, Rummenigge, Nedved, oh, it's come loose. Nicely aimed pass. That has not gone well.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Opts for safety. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Rummenigge. And it's Ronaldinho. Pass somewhat off target. Nedved absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it. He's going for goal! Oh, nearly. And he cuts out the supply. Seedorf. It's Nedved! They want to be quick to... And again! Cruyff. Pelé.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Messi. Eto'o looks to get on the end of this. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Cruyff, and this is Ronaldinho. Climbs up big! He's got a goal! And he is just ripping it up! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Portugal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Can he finish? It's a goal! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Substitution for Frankfurt, number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 11, Nedved. Number 15, Zico.
Now the delivery. And this is it. Shapes to shoot! They've done it! How very smart. He just got it right.
Eto'o really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
After 81 minutes is number 25, Eto'o! Eto'o! Eto'o!
Eintracht Frankfurt playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Costa Curta. Now Van de Ven. And it's gone back to the keeper. Oh, he's gifted. Cruyff! It's in! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
After 85
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So is this the start of a comeback?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Searching pass he's played there. Modric. Now then, the ball's come
There will be
loose.
5 minutes added time.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, split-second reaction.
Rijkaard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Messi plays it short. Lofted in. Neto. 5 minutes to add. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bergomi. Van Dijk. Rijkaard. That's really well manoeuvred. Great ball, and he's can he fit it? The whistle has gone, and it is all over. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. 2022, the year Lionel Messi reached his point of fulfilment.
The jewel in the crown, Peter.
And I wonder, Jim, watching it in Qatar, when you first got the feeling he was going to go all the way?
Well, I would say the game against Croatia, a goal and an assist against a team that had humiliated Argentina 4 years previously. And that 2022 tournament got off to the worst possible start. In a way, that made the end result even greater.
Faith in a way.
Absolutely.
And this is Messi. Messi is on his chance for a shot! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's got this place bouncing.
It's a mighty effort! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Referee's given a throw. Threads one in. And the pass is intercepted. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Eder Militao calmly anticipates. Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That's a sharp pass. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rafinha. Timber. And here's Openda, played back. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Openda, and it's Timber. Delivers the ball. Costa Curta. It's Cruyff. Costa Curta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's had a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Roberto Carlos. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Pele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Timber. Pele. Short changes him with that pass. Guardiola. Now Saliba. Guardiola. Oh, what a ball! Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rafinha picked out brilliantly. Openda! And he's following up.
Incrível.
Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
The most accurate pass. Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Rafinha. And it's Timber. Looking tidy in possession here. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rooney breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And there's the whistle for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Caros espectadores, por favor visitem a loja oficial do estádio se pretendem adquirir lembranças.
So off we go once more.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Hullet. And this is Ronaldinho. And the shot! That is decidedly lacking. Messi. Now it's Hullet. Cruyff looking for the run. He can get that clear. Throw it. And that was nowhere near his best. Roberto Carlos. It's played through for him. That's an excellent interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try.
Gets his head on it! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition
Oh.
a little more to think about. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Hullet powering forward here. Now it's Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos gets it clear. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Pass is just off target. And he's hit it long. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, this looks promising. Got to make this count. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
He has found the way through. Hullet. Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Costa Corta.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 9. Número 10. Ronaldinho. Vão dar os seus lugares a... Número
Ambitious
4.
ball here.
Número
Nice
20.
interception, well timed.
Número 17. Número
Schneider.
15. Schneider. Vamos dar lugar
And
a
it's
uma
Messi.
substituição.
Now, this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. He's looking wide. Raul plays it in. And he's taking no chances there. Torres absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Rijkaard. Forlan. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Forlan.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
2
de
minutes to be
compensação.
added on. Raul. Oh, that's well spotted. And there goes the final whistle. Portugal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. That has ended up in no man's land. Gerrard. Talam. Bellingham. Played out wide. Back into the middle. He's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, well played. Now it's Messi. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Out to the right. Now it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Real chance! Goal! Portugal! There is the breakthrough. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Portugal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now it's Nedved. And this is Neymar. That's an excellent interception. And here's Messi. And smartly reclaimed. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Lovely pass, but... Big chance! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that has added... He's going for goal! Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Hullet. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Goal! Portugal! And again they hit the front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Koundé. Now it's Messi. Gerrard. Always onto this. He He's having a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Now it's Hullet.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He has found the way through, and he's had it nicked away. Caught offside that time. Thuram. Totti. And it's Nedved. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
A lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found the way through. He's had a shot! And it's come back out to him. It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Some heroic goalkeeping. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Pele making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 300 appearances.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Ronaldinho tries to pass it through. Romario chasing after it. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in. Nedved. Seedorf. Pelé. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Platini. Pelé. There's the shot! In he goes again! And he's done it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Decent chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage.
And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Cruyff. It's a good run down the right. Now it's Pelé. Picked out brilliantly. Seedorf could move up a gear here. Played into space. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Aimed beyond the defence. Davis. Ferdinand.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Ronaldinho. He's having a go!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. That has not gone well. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. That is lovely. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ronaldinho. And that's an excellent interception. Nedved. Now it's Pelé, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Hullet. Now it's Pelé, and this is Ronaldinho. Chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That's a lovely, neat pass. And the counter is on. And this is Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cruyff has it in a wide position. Oh, important interception. Davis. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Nedved. Seedorf.
There will be
It's
1 minute
Nedved.
added time.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Hullet. Nedved. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitutions taking place.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Rijkaard. So what can they make of this? A probing pass. And this is from Mario. Great ball and he's in here. Platini! It's hit the crossbar. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, Red, nice interception. Portugal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Looking for options for movement.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Pelé. Rijkaard. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Seedorf charging forward, the ball at his feet, shapes to shoot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasizes...
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves.
Hello,
the prospects are so
everybody,
great,
and
the
welcome to today's
potential, be it financial or reputational, is
against
huge,
Portugal.
because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, it's Nedved. It's Makalele. Pele making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe, really, that he's already made it up to 3. Goes for a shot! Pull it. And here's Messi. Makalele.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They shot a goal! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rijkaard does well to stand firm and defend it. Ronaldinho. Messi. Pirlo does well to get it back. Nedved. He's going to be disappointed with that. Cruyff.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nicely aimed pass. Always onto this. Cruyff. Messi. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Eto'o. Rijkaard. Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Makaleli. That's a lovely, neat pass. In with the challenge. Now it's Eto'o. Good take, and is he... It's Eto'o! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
A case now of complete control. Takes on his marker. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Cruyff clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Hullet, he's having a go! A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Pele becomes the latest member of the 300 club. Another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
Now it's Hullet, and this is Ronaldinho. And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
And now I just...
Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
He's the shining light of Asian football in Europe, Peter. Son Heung-min. He likes to receive the ball on that left-hand side and then offer you many options with his direct running or cutting inside or just stretching the fences. A player with a superb work ethic.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And it's Cruyff. And this is Son Heung-min. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Marino. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Saliba. That's good running with the ball. Played out to the right. Pele. Pedri. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rijkaard. Ronaldinho goes steaming forward. Pedri. It's Thuram. So we're still where we started right now. Can he get it through? And he's managed to get rid. Son Heung-min receives it in a good position here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that has been clubbed away. Cruyff. Rijkaard. Pele! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. And here's Cruyff, in towards the back stick. Rijkaard getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pedri. No, it's not getting there. Cruyff. Pele.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tries to play it through. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Pele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is big chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van de Ven. Messi wins the duel this time. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a sharp pass. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Thuram. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Nice interception, well timed. Son Heung-min. Pele. Done delicately. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Bernardo Silva.
Thuram really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Messi. Koundé. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Messi. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Short changes him with that pass. Merino. And it's Pedri. Nice looking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Koundé. Koundé is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff. Ronaldinho. Nicely aimed pass. Knocks it into space. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 15.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
El dorsal 16.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Great vision. Now it's Pele. That is a great pick out. Oh, look at the space. It's Son Heung-min! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Portugal have their second corner now. Cruyff with the short one. And here's Cruyff. That's an excellent interception. Portugal can try it again now. So, third corner of the game. Cruyff plays it short. Saliba gets across to intercept that. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Pele. Son Heung-min! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal get their fourth corner. And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, their corner count's rising, but not their goal count. They can improve.
Cruyff goes short. And the shot! It's a loose ball. And this is Pele. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Tura. Shoots!
Really too much.
That could well be the winner!
Well, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bernardo Silva. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a... Goes for a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ronaldinho. And he's heaved it away. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Shapes to shoot! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Threads one in. Oh, super ball. There's the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And the shot! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Pinches it off him. Bernardo Silva. Time added on 4 minutes. Modric. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. Rijkaard. And this is Pele. Charge, surely! It's there! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Good chance here! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a chance! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Son Heung-min, and he's searching through. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Ronaldinho. So nearly the perfect ball. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. This is Owen. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That looks a decent ball. Played back in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. But he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Quality ball. Oh, what a ball! Vinicius Junior. And this is... Can he finish? It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Stojkovic. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. He might be in here! That is good. Shoots! Goal! Portugal! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter...
Iniesta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cruyff can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pelé. That's an errant pass. He's looking wide. It's a searching pass. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Iniesta, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pelé. Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Davids. Now it's Pelé. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Pelé. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he cuts out the supply. Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out to the left flank. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back into the middle. Tries to pass it through. Ronaldinho! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Played it deep. Stojkovic. Spread out to the left. Looking for options for movement. He's on it. Can he get away? He's a sharp little ball here. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Portugal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14. El dorsal
That gets things
7
going for the second half.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 24.
Portugal different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon. Real chance! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Ronaldinho. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Serginho gets a foot in here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's certainly onside here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Gets a good foot in there. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Portugal grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And he's had a hit!
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9, Owen, será sustituido por el dorsal 5. Se va a llevar a cabo
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Deep cross. And it's been given away. Can he finish? So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Portugal perhaps contemplating their next change here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. "75 minutes played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's become a case of men against boys. Iniesta. It's Belletti. Maldini calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball has bounced loose now. And back to the goalkeeper. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played out wide. Tries to play it through. Looking to go deep. Climbs up big! And that is high. Looking for the run. Now it's Hullet. And he's lost his man here. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Courtois did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And Messi! And he hits the net. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Aimed beyond the defence. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Nicely weighted ball. Son Heung-min. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that will be it. Portugal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. Mike on Jim, one of the world's finest fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm always happy to praise a fullback, Peter, as you know, and this guy's class.
What's especially good about him?
Well, I'd say it's mainly down to his fantastic athleticism. They don't call him the Colossus for nothing. He's got immense strength, pace, physicality, and he contributes so much in both attack and defence.
Cruyff.
Van der Sar.
breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Son Heung-min. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Son Heung-min. And he's... Hey! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Sporting have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff with the cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Portugal looking to pass their way through. And the shot! And again the keeper stands strong.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Portugal have their second corner now. Messi! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance! Goal! Sporting! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Son Heung-min receives it in a good position here. Danger averted for now. Suarez did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Zico in acres of space out wide. Messi tries making a foray down the right. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Nakamura. It's Nakamura! And this is Son Heung-min. Knocks it into space. Nicely worked. Pele! And that has been clubbed away. Oh no, what has happened here? That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nakamura. Well read, nice interception. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now there's a fine ball. Turns and goes back. Big chance! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And it's Nedved. Zico. Probing pass. Bale receives it in a wide position. Cruyff. Not the most accurate pass. Portugal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Ronaldinho. Pele. And it's Cruyff. Half-time getting close now. Zico. Nedved. Now it's Totti. He's had a shot! Messi. Has a look and plays it forward. And this is Cruyff.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nedved. That pass isn't the best. And it's Totti. And here's Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! That was superb goalkeeping.
Suarez is offering a wry smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. They've played it short. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Corner number 2 then. Zico goes short. There's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Caros espectadores, gostávamos de pedir o vosso contributo para o Fundo das Crianças Desfavorecidas. Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Zico goes steaming forward, looking to play him in. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. Zico plays it short. Now it's Zico. Picked out brilliantly. That's tidy. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pele. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
And this is Pele. Chance! It's in! The second half sparks straight into life. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And he shoots! And he hits the net! Portugal are level! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ronaldinho.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Portugal have hit a quick-fire double here and are right back on level terms. Great vision. Totti. It's Totti! Messi. Totti. Can he get on the end of this? And here's Nakamura. Here's a chance! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And here's Nakamura. Luis Suarez tries a shot! Goal! Sporting! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Sporting get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Nakamura, and he's there to make the challenge. That's a lovely, neat pass. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Couldn't squeeze it through. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Now it's Ronaldinho. He's well positioned. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have ourselves a real game here.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
That has been cut short. And he cuts out the supply. Nicely weighted ball. That ball looks a good one. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Totti. And he welcomes it in. Decent shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Portugal may have thrown this away at the death. Oh, the keepers these days have done their homework. He can't put it away.
Oh, he never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Well, that looks a decent ball. That is a great kick out. And this is Messi. They've got to be quick to recover this. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Nedved. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Ronaldinho. Shot a goal! Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could win They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 21. Messi.
So here comes that's at the end. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they...